I can't see your screen.
Uh, yeah, no, I'm gonna switch it right back once this thing loads up. All right, that's it. And just making sure. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another live. Oh yeah, so there was a show in the thing. All right, cool. Well, we're live. I'm gonna get over to some screens. This is Andrea, and we're gonna go straight to business over here.
Let's do it.
Oh, I mean, this is Crypto Gal. All right, so jump into screen share. Hope everyone's doing well. Let's do this. No, this. Okay. All right, we got it. So just talking about what's happened with Bitcoin. Yesterday we did a full recap. Today we'll just catch up on the past few hours, day and a half a day or so. And the way that we're gonna do these shows is we're gonna be doing a lot of live trading, and we'll start off every show with a little hello, some Q&A if you have any, jump straight into some Bitcoin price analysis. So don't hesitate to ask any questions you may have. So you can see clearly the 1 to 2.5 band signals were lit up on the sell side. They were consistent all the way through. We even had a flipping, it's very slight flipping, a loss of dominance more so than a legit flipping in here of the aggregated spot markets at a price range of around $98,000. So we lost our dual band confluence that we did have for a bit of time yesterday. And we crashed right into price point 94.9, and we have a massive dual band confluence now. In addition to that, we have a triple band overlay, so 0 to 1% band lit up, a little bit of Ruby mine here at the 1 to 2.5%, and then 2.5 to 5. And we don't have 5 to 10, but that's okay. Triple overlay isn't bad, and obviously the ratio discrepancy was so strong here at the 0 to 1% price point. That it's kind of a rare condition for that to light up. So we were really stacked buy side. So it probably means there's some low liquidity on the sell side, and we're staring now at a strong dual band confluence. Perps are bullish, aggregated perps, aggregated spots both bullish. So we're looking good for probably a move back up to first off into this little micro channel, and to test this little mid channel range. Um, but we did have sellers follow the book down south a little bit relative to where we started getting signals, in this 99K to 100K range. This stuff at 98, now we're getting signals really consistent at 98 yet again. The buy side got pushed real hard, and that's not the first time. The only real outliers in this little channel are to the downside. Um, I still think this is a valid horizontal, but yeah, again, the majority of the potential invalidations of this price range, in other words, a stiff move down, maybe to test the lower 90K range. They're all happening on the buy side is the ones getting tested. So sometimes you can question, is it going to take a lot of, like, is enough of those enough to break us down, or is enough of those enough to convince us that we're still good price wise? Does that make sense, Andrew?
Yeah.
So the main point is, if we keep showing up, if we keep crashing and we keep getting buy signals like this, I think the burden of proof is gonna be on the bears to prove that they can break it down lower. If they can't, then we start to move back up, and then the burden of proof is on the bears to hold the line at the 98K range. And the burden of proof is on the bulls to really show that we like this area and we'll take all the Bitcoin we can get. So right now it's in kind of like a slight bearish time. You can see again that the bears have been the one pushing the hardest, but that could very well be because bulls want their orders filled. Bulls, whales want their orders filled. They set and forget their positions. And every time we go down there, it's not like we see a bunch of dudes pulling orders. There's massive support, consistent every time. So I like what I see. Now, any questions from Andrea or anyone? Are you able to look at comments?
Yeah, I was looking at my phone.
What else?
None yet.
When I'm on screen share, can't really do it. And I got another chart over here, and I'll explain what I'm doing with you. If there's no comments, no questions, much love everyone. We'll get moving along to some trades. So here we have micro Bitcoin, 15-second chart. Now the
Why is there
thing
a
is,
gap right there?
what's that?
Why was there a gap right there?
Yeah, that could be from the open to the close. We'll take a look at
Oh,
that.
right. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't have, it doesn't really matter. The order book is less about time frame than it is about condition being met. So anyways, let's go back over here where we have support. Obviously the support can get pushed. So what's going through my head is, all right, I should probably be favoring my longs down here.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, one sec. Um, so
Around 96.
I'm sorry.
95.
Yeah, we're pretty good. Just seeing apparently
What?
William had a parent, his mom did a parent teacher conference.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Mm.
so the order book is based on a condition. You know how a lot of indicators are really only valid based on a time frame? You know, like probably you can't really be using TD sequential, let's say, on a 1 second chart legitimately. You know, a lot of indicators, some rely on larger time scales, some rely on shorter time scales, and yeah, we the order book just relies on the moment to moment condition, and so if we push into support, we'll get a signal, and it's a ratio, so the ratio amount of bids to asks or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, sorry, yeah, just getting some messages about William. Um, so we don't really need this to be on the same kind of thing as this 15-second chart. Now the other thing I'll be looking at is MSR on the 15-second. So we're going to do some comparisons here.
Okay.
Here's Bitcoin, you know, over the past number of hours on TradingView, and here's Bitcoin. Let's see here. The time zones, the times on this are different. And yeah, let's see here. The time stamp
Copy.
13,
Yeah.
yeah, to 515. So that's the gap. Let's just look though at this, because we want to make sure that we have like the same amount of hours. We're at so 2340. It's weird that both of these things are on different time zones. Let me flip that. Uh, there isn't just a straight up UTC. I guess that's London, right?
UTC.
Yeah.
That's just the.
Okay, so 2352.11. We're at 23. Okay, there's something. Maybe are we not getting any more data on this right now? Oh no. Data feed
What?
lost. We're not getting any more data feed right now on the CME
Why?
for Bitcoin. I don't know.
Hmm.
We're going to need to look at that because this is one of our tools. We have two tools right now for Bitcoin. Uh, two tools for Bitcoin right now. We have TradingView and we have Trader, TRDR, which is order book analysis.
Right.
So I want to make the most use of this as possible. Is there like a thing? Market is open, it'll close. Data is delayed.
Interesting. Well, you don't need to. Oh.
It should still be
Hmm.
showing candles.
Are there any other features? I mean, CME is like the. I don't know what else there would be.
But if you want freaking real-time data with CME, they're basically saying you got to pay more money.
Yeah, CME is like the main. How much more is it? You need the pro account?
What's that?
You need the pro account to access it, or what?
No, I have like the proest account you can get, but when they're
Then you should be
like
able to. Oh,
they nickel and dime you. So here now we just started to get a little bit more data.
okay.
Oh wait, hold on. This is set to the 1 minute, which isn't bad. That's what I was starting to see. All right, but let's just look at least let's try to get these things lined up so we can see how much they rhyme. Right, so we're at 23.45. And we're back down to 1400. There we go, around here. So some zigzag down, little mountain, bottom, double bottom mountain, climb back up pretty steep. Yeah, we got that stuff going on. Little zigzag stuff. Yeah, we had that. We had a double bottom, bam, bam. Pretty steep move back up. Yeah, I'd say overall this is looking pretty legit. Price is 95,995, 95,970. So right now there's a $20 gap. I thought these were micro Bitcoin.
It is.
Thought it would be like taking off a zero or something.
I think it's still like you could see the same price of Bitcoin, but it's just you're smalling a tenth of a Bitcoin. You're trading tenth of a Bitcoin rather than.
Okay, so this looks pretty good for our sake. We have confirmation of solid foundation support. We'll monitor this RSI on a 5 minute. We'll be trading this over here. I think let's prepare an order for the bottom just in case 95,145.
It's gonna go down again.
No, I just want to prepare for it too. It's always good to have orders in the book. Sometimes one thing I would, especially if I'm really actively scalping, the only downside of trying that on here is that things can run against you so fast and your liquidation is so close. It's so tight.
Right. It's like
So
you're.
I'm gonna pull this back over to my other monitor so I can just see everything in real time. Oh shit. Yeah, I was looking at Reddit, looking for some shit, making sure. So like sometimes what I'd do is I would stack like 10 orders down here and maybe even down here. And if one gets filled, and especially if I'm in a channel and I'll have 10 orders to exit the same position up here. And I would just like, I'd have them down here and I'd be like, all right, let's get in on this one right here. Bam, and then I'd pull one down, we're in. So now I'll pull this one down and then we bounce back and bounce back and bounce back. And I would just keep pulling orders from the bottom. Obviously, if you can get boned if you walk away from your computer and it jumps up or jumps down, but usually it's small orders. And again, the leverage on this is max.
Yeah.
Oh shit, hold on. Okay, so and there's no one's asking anything. Let me see if I can open up YouTube over here so I can pop in and out.
Mirza asked, do you have a medium-term outlook for Bitcoin, say this year? All the
Um,
talk of the Bitcoin reserve, etc.
I think this year is really good. I think like that's a long-term outlook to me, but yeah, overall, I would say this year is solid for Bitcoin. A really good year for Bitcoin. Probably probably over 200K by the end of the year. I think that we should be trading above 100K right now. I think Bitcoin is undervalued. I think anything especially between 90 and 95K is a good value to buy Bitcoin.
Right.
So I think Bitcoin, this is going to be a great year for Bitcoin, if not maybe even a little bit more, possibly into next year. Bitcoin goes, continues on a general upward trajectory until we hit some sort of parabolic move to the upside, which is obviously not a guarantee, but comparing apples to apples, that's life, that's how it's been. Turb Killer, good to see you, brother. All right, so yeah, back to the charts over here. All right, so we're getting close to what I want to say is a buying opportunity. We have a lower high, so we're just gonna have to wait this out for a little bit. Let me put this on a 1 minute. Really see what's going on. Good movements, really a lot of give and take. It's actually kind of boring. I mean, the $3,000 move today from 98 to 95. It's kind of slower than what we've been dealing with. In the aftermath of all that, we really haven't gone far. 95 to 96.3 to 95.3, and we're just flattening out. So I want to prepare for another little dip because again, when I talk about burden of proof, let's say, that means that the bulls need to start buying violently, right? If the bulls are going to prove that this is a really good price area, then the bulls need to start buying like with a little bit more aggression.
Mm.
Excuse me. So I mean, I see a very wide dual band confluence. Definitely bulls are there ready to get orders filled. But that's what scares me about taking a long position right away. Is if all they're going to do is sit and wait because they don't have to do any work right now. Bulls don't have to do any work. The bears are doing all the work. Bulls clearly have orders in the book and they're willing to get them filled. So they don't have to do shit. It's on the bears to prove that Bitcoin is overbought right now. And I don't think they'll be able to prove that unless we get some massive fundamental kicker, fucking, I don't know, some weird shit.
Yeah. I mean, how often is Bitcoin trading? Is it moving like a couple dollars? Like what is the time frame of it moving $1, $2?
The time frame of Bitcoin moving $1 to $2. What? Like up
Like,
and
because like I know it moved like what, like $500 the past couple hours. So like in terms of trading the micro Bitcoin,
uh-huh.
like compared to gold, how we were trading like every penny is what, $100 or something?
Yeah, this is probably gonna be every dollar or $5 or something as a tick.
So is it moving
Yeah,
like
every $5 is a tick on this.
so like what are we at right now? 95, 9.
7. Yeah.
So like what was it like a minute ago or 2 minutes ago? Like is it moving a
Moving
couple
In the
dollars?
in the top
Oh, it's
left.
actually moving pretty okay. Wait, that was 130 though.
So basically at 10 contracts, we would have $30 of wiggle room. Wait, hold on. I don't even want to do that math just yet. We're
Well,
sticking.
it just moved $3.
No, it's moves by fives. So we went from a low of 95,980 to a high of 96,020. So that's a $40 price swing. And we closed at, do you see in the top left corner these figures over here? Those are the OHLC, open, high, low, close. And that's the condition for every candle. So
Okay.
watch for this candle, this big green candle right here. We have an
Hmm.
open of 96,295, a high of 96,435, which is basically the top of the wick space. Low 96,295, which is the bottom of the wick space, if there is any. In this case, no. And the close at 96,425. So we were $10 off the top when we closed the position, with the liquidity gap jumping straight up, and tons of liquidity gaps. Not unexpected stuff here though. That's crazy that they delay the freaking CME stuff for us though. We're in a bull trend though, and I definitely want a piece of this just at the right area. Might even be willing to take it down here. So what do we do if we're in a bull trend, Andrea? What was the lesson yesterday? One of them.
We're on a bull trend.
Yeah,
Mm, what do you mean?
favor the longs.
Well, yeah.
And so take a look at this these market orders. A lot more robust orders than we were seeing in gold. I like this. Mirza, thank you. Feels like a beach ball being held underwater right now. I 100% agree with that. I think Bitcoin is undervalued. I think we should be, I think the low end of a channel, whatever we should be in, I think we probably should have popped up to 120 by now and should be hovering above 100K, 100K being the low end of the new range that we establish. But, you know, it is what it is. Can't always get what you want. All right, I'm gonna take one contract. Oh, I just added it to this.
I
Let's just see if it does that twice, because there's still a couple things I'm learning about this exchange. Okay, let's do it like down here for now. So we got a horizontal toppy area. Let's take a quick look at the order book. So Bitcoin has, I can't line up I don't have a 15-second option. It's only 5 to 30. But
hmm, weird.
yeah, it's just a different charting software.
That's very weird.
Aggressive on the RSI right now. So Bitcoin, similar movement. I'm still dealing with delayed chart data. That's just going to be life. 23, 53, 45. Yeah, dude, fucking balls. Hmm. But for the trends, for the sake of the trend, it's less important to know the exact value on the CME. That's just dumb though. Why would they fucking nickel and dime us like that?
I don't
Fucking
know.
dumb. All right, so let's take a look at some of these orders. This is already
Oh,
way better than gold. I mean,
actually,
gold,
Bitcoin just went up like $200.
uh,
It was at 95.7
yeah,
and now
so
it's at 95, almost 95.9.
oh, down here, like the lowest it went, 95.7-ish. Yeah. Yeah, it's moving. It's moving.
Like,
We're getting
like,
some.
dang, yeah. So how much would that have been if we caught like $100 going up?
Well, it's $5 ticks, so that's 20 ticks to the upside. And at one contract, a tick is $10, so that'd be $200 or so.
200 bucks for every $100?
I believe so.
That seems too small. That doesn't make sense.
Well, this is gold with the extra, you know, freaking zero. So
Wait, those,
but the number of orders running through here are already way better than gold. 8 pack, 11 pack, 4 pack in the trade history, a handful of ones, a little bit of dust, let's call it.
okay.
Liquidity gaps though. Okay, so here, yeah, here's the confirmation. We're talking about $5 increments.
But you
Uh,
open 10 contracts.
what?
You can still do up to 10 contracts.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, what were you saying? Or what are we talking about?
No, I was just thinking. I don't know. I feel like if Bitcoin moves $100, it'd be way more than $200. Like that doesn't make
Uh,
sense.
well, remember, $100, $5 per tick. So $100 is 20 ticks, and at one contract, every tick is $10. So it's $200 at $100.
Hmm. With one contract.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. All right, so this was the best time to buy since well, our bull trend started, and this was the best time to buy. Our bull trend started around here. So if we can get something like that, it's curling up. This stuff was up in the clouds. Right now we're trying to catch something down here. And we're probably gonna stay above 94.8. Now let's look at the low here is 94.9, let's just say 94.9. The low was 95.65, 95.50.
It's
So
really
about $150 contango. And contango is typically the normal market condition. Okay. Do
okay.
you remember what contango is?
Yeah, you told me about it.
All right, I'm testing you. What's contango?
Normal market condition.
No, but what does it mean? What's the definition
Um,
of contango?
like it moving higher.
So there's futures prices and then there's spot prices. And futures prices are typically going to be greater in value than the spot costs. Let me do a little diagram here.
So the future is higher.
The future should be higher. There's the spot price, which is this, and the futures price. And let's say this is a 3-month contract, right? And the futures price will start up here and it'll end close to the price of the market. The reason this happens is because in futures, there's a concept called cost to carry. So if you're trying to buy apples 6 months from now, or again, this is a 3-month contract. So let's say I'm trying to buy apples 3 months from now, then there's measures that need to be taken in order to ensure that the apples remain fresh. You gotta like fill them in like barrels and put like nitrogen in there so that they don't like get all rotted. So the cost to carry at the beginning of a contract is the highest. And as the contract is about to expire, then it becomes basically the spot price. Make sense?
Yes.
And backwardation is basically a phenomenon where the cost to carry is greater than the spot price. So backwardation is when a futures contract goes down below spot price. And this is an irrational market condition because it should not cost the carrier to carry. It should cost the person buying the future to carry. So typically what will happen is something like this. If we do go into backwardation, the market normalizes and then we get back into some sort of situation like this. So that's contango. Contango is anything above the spot price. Backwardation is everything below the spot price. And the normal market condition is, especially depending on the time, but the closer you get to the beginning of the contract, contango should be greatest. As you get closer to the end of the contract, contango should be gone, near almost gone.
All right.
So, and backwardation usually is a buy. Contango doesn't necessarily mean a sell, but massive contango can mean a sell, like massive premiums, like 4 to 6%. I remember when I used to really pay attention to this with Bitcoin.
Mm.
6%, 4 to 6% contango was like that red zone where it's like, yo, we're definitely gonna whipsaw back down.
Hmm.
And as much as 2% backwardation, anything greater than one zero backwardation is a condition where it can last for a few weeks, but it probably will come back.
So why was Bitcoin super stagnant all day and then all of a sudden just started dipping and then going up?
So that's just like the psychology of the burden of proof. The burden of proof is on the bulls to break out to the upside, and they failed in that attempt. So the burden of proof is now on the bears. So after the bears are basically convinced, okay, price isn't going up anymore. The bulls aren't doing shit with this price action. They can't beat us right now. So then you get a competition to sell. You have the first wave right here where you can see it kind of started off a little bit and then it ended with a little more of that straight downward. It was like it's parabolic on a downward nature, right? A little bit of a stall, then a grind into support. So the same way that we really couldn't break through, even though this is quite a bit more flat, maybe more reminiscent of this type of stuff. This is kind of how we got here to this range. We failed the test over the course of 10th of February to 11th of February. We failed the test of can we break out? And now we're dealing with the same thing on the downside. Can we break down? Burden of proof is on the bears to prove that they really want to dump their bags enough that bulls need to pull their orders or sell their bags as well. DEH68 says people rotating from alts to BTC. That's also what's holding it up. Yeah, probably vice versa. A little bit of both. People moving in and out of Bitcoin to alts and alts to Bitcoin. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff going on there. But most important thing to me is how many people are out there asking you who you never would have expected asking you about Bitcoin. How many of your family members are saying, "Hey, I didn't realize that Bitcoin was so cool. It's not a scam, right? Tell me more about it." How many of those conversations are going on right now? I don't think so. I don't think too many.
No.
I don't think too many. Like it's not the same as when Bitcoin does something crazy, Like there will be a point where everyone says, "Congratulations, you were right. Can you tell me about it?" We're not getting those. I do get some questions about it, but Bitcoin has been sitting at 100K for quite some time in this range. So I mean, it doesn't surprise me that there's a growing interest. But I'm talking about the stories I need to see in order to be convinced we're entering or in the middle of or topping out a bull market. Are stories of like I sold my fucking house and I went all in on Dogecoin. I I traded my entire 401k for cryptocurrency. Those are the stories that I want to see in order to be like, okay, emotion has now entered the chat, and this market can now start doing the things that a normal bull market does.
Fair.
Yeah. Because let's think about Bitcoin. Like, so emotion is such an important part of a market. And the more emotional a market gets, the more parabolic it goes. And that can be to the upside or to the downside. So remember how we were talking about this yesterday? You sell euphoria and you buy fear.
Yes.
So euphoria can last for a long time. But when do you sell euphoria is kind of the $1 million question, right? But long story short, bull markets in markets in general, um, bull or bear markets can remain irrational for a long time, even just small runs like we've seen with gold, right? And on the 1 minute chart, we've seen the market remain irrational for an extra 30 minutes longer than it probably should have, or 20 minutes or 10, whatever. But you get the point. Markets can get irrational, and it just because they got irrational doesn't mean they're going to turn around right away. Which is why I was saying yesterday that I would rather be wrong 3 times trying to short that gold pump than try to long it.
Okay.
Like because I know markets can get irrational and stay irrational, but eventually emotional buying leads to emotional selling. That's almost always the case. So yeah, once people have made their money, the smartest people will cash out, and the least smart people won't. They'll think Bitcoin's going to 3,000, whatever. Bitcoin's going to break 3,000, or sorry, gold's going to 3,000. I'm not bailing from this. Uh, yeah. So that's the thing about irrational market conditions. They can get there and stay there. And in the case of Bitcoin, and what I think we saw a little bit of gold yesterday was, for in the case of Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies, the higher the price goes, the more people are interested in buying it. The lower the price goes, the less people are interested in buying it, right?
Yeah.
Like at $15,000 Bitcoin, who did you know fucking emptying their pockets to buy Bitcoins, asking you about it,
I
right?
mean, very small percentage of people,
Exactly.
but you know,
But
there's
relative to the amount of people asking you about how to buy Bitcoin now, what would you say? 15K had more people asking you to how to buy, or 100K has more people asking you how to buy?
hmm. Yeah, definitely as it's going up, people ask me more.
Yeah. And to me, that's an anomaly, because if we're at the grocery store and the cost of Clorox bleach keeps going up and up and up and up and up, well, I'm going to stop buying Clorox bleach and I'm going to start buying the fucking, CVS brand of fucking bleach or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
The concept is, as the cost of the superior good goes up in value, the demand for the inferior good goes up. So there tends to be some sort of equilibrium. But then in Bitcoin, where we do have what I would consider to be inferior goods, every altcoin is an inferior good, right? Bitcoin is clearly the superior good, and that's judged simply by its value. So everything else is the inferior good, and you really don't get a Bitcoin goes down and then everything starts shooting up. There's Bitcoin continues up, it goes sideways, some other things go up, Bitcoin still goes up, life keeps moving along. So yeah, the anomaly of Bitcoin, as price goes up, more people get interested in buying it, is something that uh you always want to pay attention to. That's an emotional state of market being.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you guys, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I see Mirza and DEH talking to Terp Killa. Good to see you. But you guys have any questions? Any thoughts? Happy to share with you what's going on in my head and about general market questions, general cycles. The reason why I'm talking about a lot of this stuff too is because if we drill this in, then there's going to be a top at some point, right? And if you can start understanding like the emotions involved in a market like this, chances are you'll be able to break into the right side of that scenario, the right side of the trade close out some of the position at the top. Um, that was there's a couple, the 14K, I called the 65K top at like 60K. I was off by a little bit. But I want you guys to be able to invest, have a good time, but maybe even make some wise decisions when the heat is on. Once everything starts to feel like it's never going to go down, that's when you should be buying your car. That's when you should be buying your house. That's when you should be buying the shit that you probably need to buy in order to live a good life. um, Spend a little extra, last and spend enough to last you for 4 years. You know. Let's see here. Mirza asked, do you ever have an assessment of what you would consider max pain right now? Is it a big move up or is it a big move down? That's actually a really good question, Mirza. Max pain, crypto gal. Do you know what max pain is?
Max Payne,
Yeah,
not in, is that a specific terminology?
yeah.
Okay,
Basically,
no.
like, what's the move that will hurt the majority of the market participants? Like,
Okay.
let's say you're a whale, right? And you want to shock the system. What's the max pain move? I would bet the max pain move is to the downside. That would crush people. The downside move would be absolutely devastating. Um, we have nothing below approximately 85,000. There's no guarantee any of this stuff is here to stay forever, but we got dust in the order book. This if we broke through, yeah, it could be very bad. Sellers are always in theoretical territory. This pack of sellers at 110 and 120,000, they're probably not going to move. Maybe 50% of these guys, up to 50% of them, will pull their orders and move them back up here. But sellers are especially now, they're in a very theoretical space, and I expect them to show up the second price starts moving. Alternatively, buyers aren't in theoretical territory, and I can explain why. We have pockets of price discovery. We have pockets of price discovery. This would be, for example, this area, right? 70K. Price discovery, resistance, and resistance type of stuff, and then we broke out, right? So 70K is an area where I now expect there to be support. And we have nothing between 70K and about 90K. So if we fell through the floor of 90K, I think there's a strong possibility 70K would be on the table. Yeah, 2020 style move is Max Payne. What was the 2020 style move? Like the oh, this was December. This was April 2019 to June. Yeah, something like that. So the Max Payne move would probably be to the downside. And then if we broke down through 70K, well, we'd have a lot of price discovery here. So chances are we'd recover in this price discovery pocket. We do have a good bit of action. I mean, we've had previous bull market behaviors here. Our previous all-time high, 2017, was a support range, 20K down to 15K, 15.5, whatever the lowest we went was. But we have enough price memory here to, I think, establish this is a strong bear market bottom, and we're probably not going to see that again. Similar to this bear market bottom that we'll probably never see again, $3,000 price Bitcoin. So yeah, the problem with the Max Payne scenario is I think it is to the downside. It's to crush the guys at the top end of the buy side book, and a crash to the low 70K to mid 50K range is what I would see as the outcome, likely outcome there. So let's look at this exchange and see how it's behaving. Oh, I might have put that order in after it had gone there, so I didn't get my fill. Let's just leave this thing running. Let's just leave it for now running.
I didn't pick up that buy.
I think I adjusted it after the candle was printed, so yeah, it's probably my fault. But there's at least two bands of slippage here. So you're talking $10 slippage, and that's 20 bucks at a loss already right there. Entering a market entering a position leads to an immediate $20 deficit in the trade. So let's see how this plays out though for a bit.
Oh.
I want to get in, but we are trading a really small range, and this is on a 15-second chart. We are talking, an hour's worth of price memory here. I actually prefer it like this. So, yep, we are trying to make some trades on Bitcoin. I don't want to just jump into any random position because the way that this account works is it's kind of degen, and price runs away from you, you're kind of fucked. So look, these are all just liquidity gaps, no volume. See that? No price movement, no body of the candle, just a straight line. That's all just these guys moving their orders. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything in the trade history. I'm seeing guys that keep moving their orders, and that's dictating price. And that's the dangerous thing about this exchange. The liquidity is so low.
Yeah.
So I have two thoughts about that. Yeah, I think there's ways to trade this profitably and conservatively, as long as we're using the right tools. The less volatility, the better, because the less volatility, the less violent the swings will be, and thus the potential for liquidation are much lower. So I want to trade this thing. I mean, this isn't even a bad time. I should I should probably take a risk and open a short here and get ready to close it pretty fast. I'm gonna bring this down to like a 30-second. It's closer to a 15-second than a 1 minute, so let's just check it out. RSI cooked, came back down to the bottom, so a lot of good behaviors here. A little bit of overextended and stayed that way. Came back, pop. And the bottom. Okay, so yeah, it is looking decent. It is looking decent. In this custom 17 measure RSI. And the futures price is 96,080, 96,165. Whoa, hold on. Oh wait, 10-minute fucking retards. So we're in a no trend according to Hyperwave on the 15-second. Still in a bull trend on the 1 minute.
That would have been a nice buy though.
Order filled.
Oh shit. Oops.
Oh,
What the hell?
did you just do?
I need to do 96,200. Classic fail.
I mean, only
Hold on,
$1?
hold on. I'm down $1.50.
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, hey, this is going to be a lot easier to trade then. Tell you what, a lot less stress.
Take a lot more
Yeah,
time
we
to
got
make
more
money.
contracts for sure, but I'm just saying, gold fucking was whipsawing, man. That shit was too crazy for me. All right, the dollar.
Sure.
Why is my realized profit negative $1?
I don't know.
Yeah, not that it's gonna freaking give me nightmares, but well, knowing this now, this is kind of a
I mean, that's like so you'll make more money just holding Bitcoin.
well, I could trade with more contracts, but what right now what we need to do is figure out this exchange. This exchange is what's causing the problems. If we look at gold on this exchange, it was fucking out of hand. It had $6 contangos and $6 backwardations. You know, it's the swings are just way too wild because there's zero liquidity on this exchange, and that's one of the biggest problems. I used to test exchanges. Exchanges used to hit me up and give me money to test out their exchange, and basically, one of my criticisms to a lot of these exchanges was always the same: you need liquidity. You need liquidity in the order book to create price stability. And everyone agrees that's not something you can just manufacture. You need to attract liquidity to your exchange. So how are you going to do that, right? That's the real question. So right now we're trading just to be right. We're not trading to win $1 million. We're just trading to be right.
Okay.
So this happened 10 minutes ago. Wow, man, it really sucks not having real-time CME data. I might have to look into that because at least it's pretty parallel.
Whatever you connect to the Tradeovate thing I sent you, it'll connect the live data there.
Yeah, but the problem with that is what price does it execute on? Like if I was trading on gold over there on my trading view, according to exactly what CME was charging, let's double down now. Let's mark it.
Order filled.
Now we could take a little bit more risk and have more fun because there's a good bit less stress.
Did you just do a sell?
Yeah, I doubled down on my position.
Oh my God.
What? Hold on. So why are you saying that?
It's going up.
Yeah, you sell tops and you buy bottoms.
But you just sold.
Yeah, and then it went up higher, near a horizontal, slightly broke it, and I doubled down. Like the mentality of it went up, so it's going to go up higher is oftentimes the wrong mentality.
Not with gold, apparently.
Well, that was some wild. That was also only on this exchange.
No,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't. It
But
was that
no,
was
the violent nature of that move was different on CME futures.
you're telling me it didn't shoot up on CME.
It shot up, but when you're talking about every penny of gold's movement is $10, and if it has a $3 to $6 premium or discount, that's massive. That's absolutely insane. So gold did shoot up across the board, yeah, but on an exchange with no liquidity, if someone buys 10 contracts, that's probably freaking $1 worth of slippage right there. Someone market buys, and you get market buyers when markets get emotional.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's the problem. Like gold, yeah, we can make more money on that for sure. But the price swings are the problem with this. Let's just look at gold. So this is a span of $5. Here, and why don't we do this? Let's do gold futures. COMEX. Okay. So and I'm sure this is delayed market data as well. Fuck their data package. So let's look at gold and compare the two. Our low was 29.23. Our low was 29.23. Not bad. Low to high 29.28.3. Oh wow, what the hell? Huh, starting to act normal, I guess. Maybe should start trading gold on this. Double top, almost to the point. Pull back from the first top. 29.52.2. Oh, whoops. 29.52.2. So yeah, this is actually starting to look a little better.
Until it's not.
Yeah, that will obvious. Yeah, that's the great point. That's a great point. Let's look at like this low, this. So let's just compare these two rips to the downside. Oh, so what was that?
Can you layer a Bitcoin chart on top of a gold
Yeah, probably.
in TradingView?
Yeah, in TradingView you can. I can add a symbol here as well. But this is all internal. I think wasn't there a COMEX or something?
Bitcoin futures CME right there.
Yeah, but I don't think they use CME, import CME data. Okay, let's do this.
Oh. I mean, it's basically following it.
Yeah. And let's just do this. Bitcoin, we're gonna do a couple of little things. Style candles. Body is yellow if up and and Probably need a border and a wick. All right.
Huh?
So yeah, yesterday gold was really going crazy. You know what? It's very possible that I didn't realize the delay was on. That could be the big kicker, honestly. Oh, come on. Hope this isn't doxing me. I'm gonna buy that later. So this doesn't really help, honestly. Bitcoin versus gold on the 15-second. I wouldn't say it's helping out much. I'm gonna trash it, okay? Once she comes back, I'll trash it. Gold bottoming out. Bitcoin. Oh, Gary, what's up, dog? All right. Well, we're up money. Let's make 45 bucks.
Not bad. Wait, you already made 45 off that?
Whoops. Well, now it's 35. Oh no. All right, Gary wanted to quickly look at this on the daily. And Gary says, I really think the fractal has yet to play out on BTC, but will be similar to gold's. I don't really know fractal stuff.
Neither.
No, that's not my area of expertise. But just looking at this, I mean, they're just two totally separate things. To me, that's what I see. Big difference. But I think if I buy those that real-time data, Skull Futures Comex. Damn.
Yeah, you put two
Double
contracts.
down again. Gonna have to double down again. Pretty much trading a chance. Look at that shit, man. This is just so crazy. Absolutely no liquidity. And we're jumping from 35 to 50 to 85, $35 price move without a single person buying Bitcoin. All liquidity movements. That's the problem with this exchange. That's why they probably have such a good deal on this shit. Because there's no liquidity and the volatility is just fucking peak. Like this thing just moved from this was the last purchase. Happened about a minute ago. $96,015. We are now at 96,015. We're $125 greater than the price of the last purchase, which is insane to me. So we kind of went bottomed out on the RSI, neutralized. In my book, this is where if I was long, I would exit 50%. So I think a lot of people will probably think that way. But again, look at this. This is all just liquidity movements. And it's not even that much. One against four, four against one. Now it's moving up. Not a single purchase though. or sale. 1842.41. That was this. Oh, what? Hold on. Oh, what is their trade times are off.
So what was that?
Their trade times are off. 1842. So this is back a few hours. But point is, the last time we had a order, it should have been, I assume this, but they're saying more likely it was this. One pack bot. I mean, there's no orders moving. No orders moving. And Gary, how are you doing, man? Been a while. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. But yeah, this is crazy. Not a single person is pressing the buy or sell button. All that's happening is the order book is moving around.
Hmm.
So wherever and this missing data, it should at least be posting sideways candles. The last candle print we had was 004230 and we're at 004506. So we haven't, okay, so we just finally had a candle print. The order book was just chopping it up. And then someone finally bought a contract or something, or sold a contract into the liquidity that was provided up high. So we would be closing out a short with a buy, so that would be pushing the order in toward our order. So we got to be careful with this because there again is absolutely no liquidity. So what we can do is monitor this 95, 895, 95. So we can technically be the ones that execute the order. 95, 175. So we're at 165 right now. So whoever exits the order, if I exit the order, it can I can be the one that triggers whatever over here to move. Oh man, this is some weird shit. So if I exit right now, it'll close at 95, which is exactly where we are now. So someone tried to buy at 180. So that would mean buying against this. So they closed their long essentially, or they opened a new long. They closed I'm sorry, they either closed their short or opened a new long. So I do have a lot of shit to talk about this exchange, but it is a pretty cheap gamble with the potential to win a good bit of money.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's look at oil real fast.
I looked at it earlier. There's not much difference. All right, let me just see this.
Like natural gas.
Oops. Series of ones,
What is this?
crude oil. Dude, price is not moving whatsoever. Some sort of market dead time.
Natural gas. Let me look at it.
Oh, well, time to go degen on gold.
Maybe.
No, we're in bear trend. See what the 1 minute says. Well, we're in a bull trend that's about to get invalidated on the 1 minute. So we stay out of this fucking mess. Look at that, it's super cooked. Take a look at the 5 minute. This actually might be a good little scalp.
Do it.
Do it. Oh my goodness.
Let me 10
I
contract.
don't know how gold can run away from you on this exchange. No, I'm not. I've learned too much in the past couple days of trading gold on this thing. I need to let this thing crash because it will over exaggerate whatever it plans to do. Thing is a fucking drama queen. So my order is down here and we're liquidity wise, what's in the order book is up $50. We have a $50 gap in the order book. Yeah, look, someone finally executed the trade and it was $45 higher.
Hmm.
$45 higher. Fucking crazy. Yeah, man. Gold might be where it's at.
I've been saying that.
Yeah, but you can't control it. Gold is too wild a mistress.
Other people can trade it just fine.
No, not on this exchange. Trading gold on this exchange is not trading gold on other exchanges.
Well, any other funded account costs well over $800.
Yeah, and I agree. I would rather do $100 8 times with the hopes of hitting the jackpot than 800.
Right.
This is delayed data though, and there was a signal to add more to your position. Oh shoot, what the heck? Regular. Okay, so we got a signal to add to our short at 39.30. 39.30 was the add to the short right here. So definitely will help to get real-time data. This is why I was so see without remember yesterday I kept complaining about the contango and backwardation. It very likely is just due to the price delay of information. So especially with that 10 minutes ago, we sit and wait. But I will plan to enter along in gold. Let's look at a couple of the time frames. This nose diving, the 15-minute. Doesn't have to double bottom, but let's see here. Look at the hour. It's just neutralizing from an overbought condition, which is where we tried to short yesterday. I don't really like the look of this head and shoulders type vibe, but you know, nothing's perfect. All right, we're still going down. We're pushing. Where's my 15-second? Look how wild that thing's going. Nasty stuff right there. 4 on 4, 5 on 6. Small orders in the book. Yeah, we're gonna try to catch a falling knife. Should get a capitulation candle. Ready to risk it, Andrew? Are you gonna keep your cool? We're hanging around this low right now. If we break this low, we go lower for sure. In fact, I want to get out of the way.
So you think it's gonna go? You think it's gonna break that?
I
No.
don't know. I'd rather wait and see how we consolidate here. 11 on the sell side, cold, 5-pack buy, neutral stuff right now. This is a dangerous place though. Or if we fall from 29.19, our next spot is 29.07. It's a $10 gap right there. That's gonna liquidate us even at one contract.
Hmm.
I could do something where I bail, I do one contract, I double down here and I bail if we breach that wick space. Let me take a look at this over here. 10 minutes ago was a buy. No. 29.22. So I look forward to see how this plays out, but I think we're getting close to a bottom. Well, as it runs away from me, of course. It's a matter of, let me just do this while I can. We gotta know. I feel like we need some music.
Hmm.
I
Wait,
used to, what?
what you got out of trade? Why didn't you remove it?
No, I didn't buy in. Oh, I want it, dude. With gold moving the way it's been moving, I want to, I'd rather just wait for a sec because this thing can really turn on you. Technically, that's a higher low, which is a good sign. There's a piece of me that wants to get in, but yeah, I want to wait and see what remaining bullshit we have left with gold. Look at Bitcoin for a sec. Let's narrow this down. A little bit bullish right now, slightly bullish. We're just gonna get out of this as soon as we can because I want to focus on gold.
Okay.
So we're coming out of the hole. Coming out. But we're not really coming out with any major confidence. That doesn't look terrible on a 15-minute. It's not quite a reversal hammer, but it's getting there to that formation.
Okay.
Um, yep.
Open up.
What's that?
Maybe you should long it.
No, there's no margin of error for gold.
Hmm.
You have to be perfect with this one.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have to be like maybe I can let my guard down a little bit because it seems like the volatility has started to subside. But
Mm,
in any event, after a move like this, a full retrace, double back, verify that the bottom is in, something that makes sense.
Okay.
But what it was doing a lot of was double bottoming and then grinding lower.
Yeah.
Double bottom, then grind lower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been doing that for a while. Just the other day, it was going to 3,000. Now it's at the bottom end of the 2,900s. So yeah, $3 difference between here and here, basically. That's enough to liquidate you on 10 contracts.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like 1/4 of that probably would.
So Bitcoin's staying stagnant. Hopefully, it should swing back around and get my orders filled. All right, let's see what happens. People panicking, people one contract size, one contract size. No one's really going crazy about this.
Sometimes it takes a couple hours, I've noticed.
It's just ridiculous that one contract is enough to move price. Normally, to be a whale, to cause slippage, you need to have millions of dollars, not just the cost equivalent of one contract that every single other person has. The biggest dude we've seen so far is a 2-pack. Another 2-pack. Huge reversal candle though.
Hmm.
We are in a bear trend.
Yes.
On the 15-second, let's check out the 1 minute. We are, and yeah, we're exhausting a bull trend in CME. Damn, what a shakeout.
Mhm.
Or what is it? Comex?
CME.
No, Comex is where they're getting the data, this trading view data.
Mm.
So I'm just gonna check the bottom 29, 18.1, 29. Okay, so there is a bit of a discrepancy there. Oh, does it go lower than that? Let's check in a few more minutes. The low here, 29, 23.3. Yeah, that's on the top. 29, 26.3. Yeah, pretty spot on. Neutralizing, not far from it. I like a 50 value RSI to consider something neutralized, but plus or minus 5 is okay. That'll probably be where people start pulling profit. Now, I'm wondering if we're going to get something like this for a while, or if we're going to come straight back down. But I think a short is going to be the next play. 45, here we are. I'm going to take a little risk, but
Order filled.
I'll try to call that at the top of the candle a little bit more. And I think there are fees on this exchange.
I did see something, but I don't know. Because it doesn't show up. But then when I looked at like one of the reports, I saw some fees. But also there is a monthly maintenance fee or a monthly like subscription fee to have an account, even though it's $99 to reset it.
I get the buy-in element, but I don't get why you'd be paying fees.
So it's $149 a month to have an account. And then 99 every time you mess it up.
We're getting volatile again. RSIs. Pretty clean, 15-minute, 5-minute. Neutral. Pretty snappy response to what we had going on.
Yeah.
Volume pouring into this candle, a little bit of sell, a little bit of buys. We broke right past this like small little horizontal. Now we have a high, a lower high, potentially lower high. Still don't like it. I'm just gonna bail out. I don't like being underwater for too long. It'll be different if I have the real-time data add-on. Let's see, let's just get out of this thing alive.
It's going down. Just... There you go.
Just watching for the right liquidity element. All right, we're getting close. I'm at 0.4. All right, let's just get out.
Order filled.
Watch it go down more.
Probably, but it's all good. I honestly just wanted to survive that. It's been really volatile lately. And I'm prepared for the long, if anything.
Dang.
So what I'm kind of paying attention to is like the stairs up, elevator down rule. How do we do this, you know?
Yeah.
So it looks like Bitcoin's walking away.
Yeah, I noticed. It's going down.
Just see what happens here. Bitcoin's climbing its way up a bit.
No, it just shot down.
Bitcoin?
Yeah, it's at 96. Just moved like $900.
Bitcoin is I'm looking at it right now. It's at 96,120.
I know it was just at 96,900.
When? Like earlier today?
Yeah, or was it 95.9?
I don't know what you're talking about. But on since our trading session, it's been generally going up.
Oh, okay, never mind. It was at 95.9.
96.19. Is it 29.16.6? So there was a little bit of a discrepancy in price. 29.18.2. Ooh, 53. Yeah. Low 29.18. Yeah. A little bit of a price discrepancy nonetheless. But that's not terrible. Let's see if we come back down to this area.
All right, I gotta go for a little bit, but I can leave it on. Like, oh,
Uh,
are you?
I'm gonna stop the stream because chances are William will be here pretty soon. You can go ahead and head out, say goodbye, and then I'll ask if there's any more questions. Give it a minute, and then I'll bail.
All right. Well, adios. We can do more tomorrow.
Thanks,
Unless-
Andrea, for joining us. Always a
Yeah.
good time.
At least we didn't have any major L's.
Yeah, right.
All
Well,
right.
now I'm like a little more cautious, but yeah, we'll talk about all that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, cool.
All right, peace.
Bye.
All right, so guys, is there any other thoughts or questions? Remember, the new format of my videos are going to be trading, talk about Bitcoin price action, what's going on first, and then I'm going to be trading for a while. If we get something good, if not, whatever. But that's what we'll be doing from now on. A nice little smack on the butt, hit the Bitcoin charts, and then get going. All right. If no questions, I might just leave this running. I'm gonna figure something out. We'll bail. All right, everyone. Well, not a lot of action. Not a lot of action that we could catch. I gotta go get my son. Talk to you guys in a bit. Much love, everyone. Everyone take care. Have a